Hey YouTube, what's going on? Welcome to my first episode of playing Hackers. Now, Hackers only came out on the 19th of September this year, so that was about 8 days ago. I started playing 2 days ago, and I'm already level 13. I apologize for my hacker name slash username. I just thought it would be pretty cool to, sort of have this intimidating name that, people might reconcile with. Anyways, so as you can see, I have been hacked quite a few times. These people did not hold back. I was slightly triggered, I wasn't too happy, but I did my own sort of hacking. I attacked a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I attacked a lot. I'm just going to show you a replay of sort of what the gameplay is like. So my opponent's using a Kraken. He was also using worms. He has 6 units, which is a lot. I've only got 5 myself. I don't really use all of them. I only probably use 3. Anyways, I've got 1 turret. That's that golden black thing that's shooting down that red building. Oh yeah, it got taken over. And the other sort of virus looking like glistening red buildings that sort of glowing, those are sentries. They're good for you. They help you defend your base, and you really should try to keep them alive, or try to keep them sending out the antivirus programs as much as possible to help take down your opponent before he can overrun you, basically. So I'm just sort of showing you sort of the whole overall background. These nodes are aka your buildings, and they will be connected via these connections, these white lines as you see, and you cannot separate your network. They must be all linked somehow. And yeah, you can't have like separate sort of structure. It's like one whole gigantic network that is connected. It is really meant to represent what an actual network is like in a sort of real life future. What I really like about this game is that it's very futuristic, it's very modern, it's very fluid, and I just love the graphics of it. This game was developed by a Czech Republic country. Developed by the Czech Republic, a gaming company called Trickster, and they sort of ran a closed beta test early this year, which I wasn't part of. I had no idea what was on. But yeah, sort of they finally released it, I think a week ago, and yeah, I mean it's pretty fun. It's definitely different from Clash of Clans for those out there who play these sort of strategy attacking resource games. Definitely different, but it sort of requires that same sort of mindset. It does require skill and strategy, which I'm sure you all will enjoy. So I just sort of went through it. Like, I'm from Australia. I am currently the 5th ranked in the country, which isn't anything to be proud of. I mean, this game is early, so I'm probably just one of the few who got in early. Australia is number 1 in the world, but it's sort of like a tight race between the United Kingdom and Turkey. I just checked the top player in the world, and he's from the Czech Republic, which I'm not surprised. I mean, they did run the closed beta test over there. You sort of scan for you sort of scan for your opponents with money. You have to spend. You have 2 resources: your gold and your bitcoins. To look for opponents, you use gold, and you upgrade structures with gold, while the bitcoins are for upgrading some structures and your troops, and researching, making them stronger. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I mean, that's it's really much. It's a lot like a typical RPG strategy game, but a different context, which I find it's really cool. And I'll just sort of show you what a raid would be like. So we're going back into the world. I'm just going to click on one of these guys and just going to press connect. Oh wait, yeah, that one. So I'm just going to start off with 2 worms. I see 4 defenses, so that's no problem for me. I'm just going to put in some worms. So worms, so you first off, you attack a network through these internet connections. That's how normally a real life sort of hack would work. You have to go through the internet. And these worms, the reason why I'm using worms is that they replicate. They replicate once they've sort of taken over a node and got nothing else to do. They just sort of, start replicating. Once you've taken over a node, it turns red. Very obvious red. Sort of like an alarm sign, which I find is very nice. I mean, it's not blue or green, but freaking red. So I'm sort of using walls. I'm using beam cannons. Beam cannons are slightly stronger than worms, but they do not replicate. These ice walls that I'm using are meant to slow down, the opponent's antivirus programs and slowing down their turret attacking my nodes before, I'm just going to stop them from taking over. So now I'm just moving on to the core. So the core is the most important structure in the game. Once that's taken over and once everything's downloaded, you lose. You're gonna lose your reputation. So it's unlike Clash of Clans, it's not like there's cups. It's your reputation, and you sort of, once you win or you lose reputation based on excuse me. Sorry. Yeah. So you have the reputation determines how good you are, how bad you are, and you might think, what's the point of these reputation? And the main point is that you unlock these really cool background themes once your reputation goes high enough. So your normal background is white, as you can see. I have the black version. I spent their in-game currency on the black background. But yeah, so the other thing is that the only way of communicating with other players is through this README file system, and that only occurs if you've hacked successfully into another opponent. Anyways, so that's just sort of like the general sort of attack that I've been doing repeatedly. The same structure, the 5 walls, 3 worms, and the 11 beam cannons. This is my typical standard army, if you will. It's been working out successfully so far. I haven't had any trouble, so I'm just picking out the weak bases to attack, and yeah, I'm just anyways, so I will be continuing this tomorrow or whenever next I record. I'll keep you guys up to date with my progress, and hope you guys enjoy. Thanks.